different measurements, and that what we might see is that at board level, where maybe the focus is a little bit more on hard cold numbers, then they might be looking at the financial benefits of a merger acquisition, and they might measure that over a very short period of time, for example for 12 months time, or 2 or 3 years. I think from the HR's perspective, it's much more difficult to quantify and needs to be done over a much longer period in terms of the opportunities that the acquisition has brought for current staff and the impact that might have on recruitment, on retention, on culture within those businesses and the integrated single business. Measuring those factors is a whole lot more difficult. I'm sure any of the HR directors that we work with will tell you that that sits outside of the what's down on a profit and loss account.
Key ingredients for success should have been set at the start. So the KPIs were there. If the KPIs are met, then from the broking perspective, there's going to be increased revenue, better position in the market, more attractive offering for clients, attraction of people, talent, retention of people, incentives. Highly, highly motivating. It's good to be successful and it's enjoyable because you're going to win more business, and winning is great. For clients, they are going to get a better offering, but from even more motivated individuals. And in a service industry, I have no idea how this works, but it does radiate out. People pick up on it, reputation grows, and actually clients will begin to look for that broker that has got momentum without sacrificing values, maintaining culture and the alignment. So the clients can gain a huge amount from it. Success for them, they've already committed to, let's just say it's two firms coming together. They've already committed and they trust the broker that they've selected. For the client, coming together successfully means they get even more of what they'd already selected. The culture is there and the service levels will be there. This should be something seamless, and they now get more depth of offering, breadth of offering, service level. It could be bringing in, I used the example earlier of, okay, here are 500 football players or soccer players. They've all got high net worth. They're protected for their disability, but they've also got homes and cars and toys. Well, here's a high net worth team. Oh, great. I can now work with you on that as well. Yes, you can. Large corporates, the corporate is going to go on an M&A spree. Can you support us with that? You do our directors and officers, but can you come on that journey with us and help us with the M&A and the transactional? Well, we couldn't, but now we can. Oh, that's brilliant. So the clients begin to gain an awful lot. Plus, there could be more leverage in the market. So underwriters look at the successful merger and they say, okay, this is alternative distribution, more capacity. I've got new capacity. I've got a new product. I'm going to go to that broker now because they have the ability, access to, example, the WBN network. They can now distribute around the world on any product capacity. So it's going to get the attention of the underwriters.
I think one of them is making sure that the actual target is well thought out, well researched, makes sense in the context of the corporate strategy of the acquirer. I mean, we see examples of both. We see examples where we'll see a business acquire another business, and for those on the outside looking in, they think, why did they do that? Because the whole of the industry thinks it makes no sense. But equally, where we've seen transactions where it's an absolute perfect build, bolt onto that company, it can work very, very well.
Yeah, so just to add, I think the key is to bring the teams together at every level as early as possible. We've gone through acquisition within our own business, and it wasn't just the exec team meeting the exec team of the acquired business early on. It was, you know, through the different stratas and getting the teams familiarised with each other, feeling comfortable, and giving every level of the business the opportunity to work out how they're going to be able to work together as colleagues and teammates in the future, rather than feeling it's just something that's been imposed from, you know, a finance guy at the top of the tree or a CEO.
But very often, for the vast majority of those at the inside of the acquire business, the announcement is a surprise. There's some obvious things around from an international service perspective. You know, we can lose service partners, we can acquire service partners. For clients, that can mean disruption to an effective and working local service team. It can mean loss or, you know, of effective and working senior professionals within our local service partners. Equally, sometimes we will find teams and individuals, you know, that enhance what we have. But usually, when a transaction occurs, there's an element of fear, there's an element of concern about the possibility of change and what that might bring.